YouTube, what's the deal, man? I'm gonna show y'all the easiest way to buy your cooked food from Walmart. Believe it or not, cooking food for your dogs is a lot cheaper than buying dog food. I'm gonna show y'all the prices. All right, so when I first started off cooking my dog's food, and this is for the adult dogs. When I first started off cooking my dog's food, I ain't gonna lie, I used to be getting the lean meats. I used to get the lean. This right here is a 93% lean and then 7% fat, right? And then even they got the 80% lean, 20% fat. They got the sirloin, 90% lean, 10% fat. So I was giving my dogs all of that, but what I started to notice was that, man, it was keeping my dogs too lean, and you kind of got to feed them a lot more if you're gonna be feeding them leaner meats and stuff like that. But they look good, but they just don't hold weight as much. So then I started getting this right here, 73% lean, 27% fat. You know, it is cheaper, but see the prices. So that's $14.94 compared to the 80/20 is 19, and then they don't even have the 5 pounds for the ground, 5 pounds for the lean. But yeah, so that works better for my dogs, to be honest, as far as holding weight. Because if you got some muscular bullies, and it just all depends too on their bone. Man, they gonna end up being lean and being more chopped up and stuff like that. Their coats is gonna look good, but yeah. So this is the vegetables that I used to get, right? So I used to grab this. So you can get this. So you can get the sweet potatoes. So you can grab some of these sweet potatoes, and you can grab these sliced carrots if you want to, and you can grab some chopped spinach, right? So I'm gonna get. So we're gonna grab some sweet potatoes, and then I also too the vegetable mix. I always get this right for the frozen, right? All right, so um, that right there is not really that expensive. But what I started to find out was that, man, I was like, man, let me check out the cans and see what the prices is on the cans for the vegetables and stuff like that. Price difference, and even with the size or quantity of what I'm getting. So let's see. All right, so boom. They have the peas and the diced carrots, so you can either go and get this. That's 70%, but these is kind of small. So what I started doing was I get the whole peas, which is 67 cents. So you can get 2 of these. All right. And then carrots. You get the carrots, which is $1.06. You get one of those. I got a smaller size too, because in the frozen food it's also carrots too. So if you don't want to just put a gang of carrots in there, you can just grab that. And then also, boom, you got the Popeye spinach up here. This is only $1. As far as the spinach, they low-key say you don't want to get your dog spinach every time you cook their food. So I try to put that in once a week, twice a week, maybe. Well, it just all depends on how fast their food go. Usually for 5 pounds for two grown dogs, it'll last me. The food will last me about 6 days. Sometimes I add other cuts of meat up in there, and I get so that it end up being like 7 pounds for the week, and then that'll last me for the week. But then you could go ahead and get the green beans too. You can add that in there. Make sure you get no salt added too. You don't want to put no salt. You don't want to give your dogs no salt at all. And look, so let me go and grab one more thing. All right, so look, I like to throw in the sardines. These is about what, $1.13. I usually just put in one of these. I don't like to put too much seafood in, and then I'll be throwing oysters in there too. Let me see.
You're right? Your card. Okay, thank you.
You good now?
Yeah.
So then too, you got the smoked oysters that you can use. Make sure that the seafood that you're using, this stuff is in water. Like I said, you don't want to have it too no salts and no oils, or sometimes the oils is not bad because depending on what type of oil that they're using, but you don't want to be using like Louisiana hot sauce. You don't want to get that to your dogs. That'll be all bad. But yeah, and that's pretty much it. That's all you need as far as like what you need for your dogs, as far as the cooking the food. There's some other stuff that I do grab, and if I don't grab that later, I'm gonna just do a part two. So this is the basics. So look, if your dog is having yeast issues though, you don't want to give them too many carbohydrates like sweet potatoes, rice, and stuff like that until it clears up. And if they continue to have yeast issues, then you just want to not put that in their diet at all. Vegetables and stuff like that have carbohydrates too, but they're a lot healthier and they don't feed the yeast like that. So that's fine right there. But yeah, this pretty much what you need. All right, so yeah, as far as like, so what I do is once I cook the food, I throw it into the cooker pressure, and it only takes about 30-35 minutes. I'm gonna end up doing a video and show y'all and breaking it down. I did a short little real YouTube short on how I break it down. Basically like what I actually put into the pressure cooker. Well, I'm gonna do an actual long form video so I can break it down for y'all, for the people who want a better understanding. And yeah, so I pretty much too also. So as far as I throw in some raw meats, I throw in the gizzards, I throw in the chicken livers, I throw in the chicken hearts. I usually get those from the Asian market. Right now I'm in Walmart. Walmart too be having the chicken gizzards and the livers in here too. Actually, I'm gonna actually go back and check and see. They don't be having it all the time. They be short in that. But I usually just like going to the Asian market, but I'm gonna go and check and see if they had that in here, so I can show y'all, so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. This is the chicken section. Sometimes too, I do give drumsticks. I like to give those more for a snack than an actual meal to my dogs. Yeah, see, they don't even have the gizzards. And usually it's in the chickens. Well, it's gonna be in the chicken section, and I don't see the gizzards at all. The gizzards or the chicken liver. Like I said, I'm gonna just have to go ahead and get it from the Asian market. Come on here. So look, $25 for all of that stuff, and this should last my dogs about 6 weeks. For 6 weeks, I feed them 2 times a day. I mean, this should last them for about 6 days, and I feed them 2 times a day. You know, I do give them snacks in between as far as during the day, but it's a lot cheaper than kibble. So you got to think about it with kibble. You get a big bag, a 20-pound bag for 2 dogs. Man, usually for me that lasts about 2 weeks, and that's gonna be about $80 for for a good price bag. You know, some bags are expensive. You have some bags that are expensive, and then you have some bags that are not as expensive. But so say you do this so for 2 weeks, you know, 2 weeks or a little bit of change, I'm spending about $50, $55. You feel me? On food for my dogs for 2 weeks for two adult dogs.